For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out SeibaTCG.com. What's poppin', everybody? This is Saber594. I have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel matches from the 2012 time travel format. We're done with Constellars, and I'll be using a few other different decks. Today's gonna be Chaos XYZ is what I call it. Just a bunch of chaos monsters, good stuff like Torgaiden, and you basically have a deck. I'm supposed to be narrating this match, but I'll be really honest. I have the Iran war, thanks to the US and Israel. They're bullshit. I've been frustrated with them for quite some time now, for years, causing all of these problems on the planet. I'm in Europe. All of this shit they're doing, it just bites us in the ass. It bites the Middle East in the ass. They basically destroyed the Middle East because the billionaire Jews, they want to do whatever the hell they want. There's a lot deeper than this, but let's just narrate the match. But you guys, you should really be educated and start learning about these things and not just not give a shit about this stuff, because it's really serious. It's really important. Everything going on right now, it's only going to get worse. This war is going to be pretty bloody. And again, it's just America and Israel, and basically America being a puppet of Israel, puppet of the billionaire Jews. They got them like completely under control. Anyway, so this guy wasn't really paying attention, but I think he's doing some running maybe ninjas or something. I opened with Torgaiden, went into Zen mains. He summoned Light Pulsar and got rid of it for the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. That was a waste and didn't even special summon anything. So he minus quite a bit and didn't accomplish anything. Going for the Pot of Avarice now. So we're going to get a bunch of stuff back. Good +1. And since he didn't do anything on the Spy, I'm just going to get basically another summon here. And with Gravekeeper Spy, it's basically a easy rank 4. It is kind of risky, but you know, with Murmurs and all the destruction, Spy isn't the same as if it would be in like the Synchro era or GX era, OG era. But it gives you a +1 still. It's pretty good, big defense. So got the easy GG here. This guy wasn't so good. But anyway, got more battles, more matches ongoing. So open up with Torgaiden again. I'm not gonna lie, I do open with this card a lot. It's just 2 copies, and I basically ran it in all of the decks that I've used in the 2012 format. You're just very easy to squeeze it in. You put in the 2 Torgaids and you put in the Sangan, and they just work. I mean, the only downside is if you open double Torgaiden in hand, but that's about the only negative, really. And when that happens, I mean, you can always just go Torgaiden, summon the Sangan, and not go into an XYZ, and then just keep the Sangan there for you to get your search. Okay, so this guy is using gadgets and machiners. Smash and Ground, pretty good tech in this situation. I get to deal with that guy, and he doesn't really get a plus. Gonna go into Torgaiden right now, and I'll go into Leviathan Dragon, get some damage in. Got the Judgment. I guess might as well set it, since we are kind of hurt in LP, so if I pay half, it should be okay, just around 2,000 life points. Much better than 4,000. So he's summoning the gadget and gets the Machinist Fortress back once again. He had the gadget on Dragon. I could have actually built this deck. Gadgets, it'd be the most powerful deck, probably, I'd say, because Ultimate Offering is still would be around too. I got all the cards, and the challenge in Master Duel is having the cards. You don't have everything available. But because I was using Ancient Gears and gadgets in like the modern formats too, when I would play Master Duel a bunch of years ago, I got the cards. I could have really built this deck if I wanted to. I got the Gigants. In the end, I didn't do it. But yeah, it's rough. If he's gonna be discarding the Gadgetron Dragon, you get that Machinist Fortress instantly. So running out of card advantage here. Got the green gadget down. He can run me over, but I only got one card to work with. Spy. I guess we can set that. And I will set the Spy. The benefit of gadgets, of course, is that every summon you get, it's a +1. You get a search. So goes for the red gadget right now, passing the turn. I kind of worry a little bit. I mean, it's a bit risky, but I'm going to go for the Spy. I'm worried about Torrential Tribute, but I'm going to go for a rank 4 right here, Ouroboros. The idea is I want to deplete this guy's card advantage as much as possible. I hit the Gear Town, which is probably something useless at this point. Mirror Force deals with the Ouroboros, that's too bad. And I'm going to set Marshmallow, but I'm really I don't got anything to work with, unfortunately. Maybe what I should have done is put the Mirror Force back in hand and then swing onto the gadget. And then maybe the next turn I could have poked the card in hand. So maybe kind of a misplay, because then you deal a bunch of damage. Then maybe with the Marshmallow it could have been enough for game. I'm not sure. Yeah, it wasn't going to be game, but it was going to have even fewer life points. Okay, we get the MST. That's not good. The Gigant being alive means he's going to get a second search. So that's a very, very big plus. You know, these types of cards, you got to deal with them immediately. You know, you let the Gigant live. You know, he got 2 searches, so just way too much plus. So now he gets the Tin Goldfish, he gets the gadget down, and since he knows he's dealing with Marshmallow, I'm pretty sure he's going to go to Black Sheep of Corn, and I'll lose. So it's too bad, but it was a GG. I mean, playing against a deck like this is rough. We ain't got infinite cards. My main win conditions here are BLS and I guess maybe Chaos Sorcerer. It's the point of Chaos. But yeah, with gadgets you can get a card all day long. Alright, so game number 3. Open up with Photon Thrasher again. I have this card, of course, because, you know, it's light and it's a beater. It's very easy to get into rank 4s with this dude. I can just summon him, you know. And I have Breaker in this deck too, so you go this guy, then you go Breaker, maybe you get a plus with Breaker, destroy a spell trap, and you can go into a rank 4. Okay, so this dude just set a bunch of back rows. And yeah, guys, if you're curious about learning about what's going on, the real shit, not the bullshit they tell you in all the media outlets, which are owned by the billionaire Jews, by the way. All of the media outlets, the traditional ones you can think of, whether they're the UK ones, the American ones, whatever, at this point, even the Greek ones, they're owned by the billionaire Jews that run everything. If you want to learn about what's really going on, watch somebody like Scott Ritter talking about the conflict right now, the war with Iran, that America and Israel started, and educate yourself. At least know, even if we can't really do shit about it. I mean, I know all this shit and I really can't do anything. Sucks, man. It really, really sucks. I really hope everything just goes wrong, and it's likely gonna go wrong from what I understand, because America is just basically, Trump is being desperate, doing all this shit, because he's basically blackmailed. And they get what's coming for them. You know, it's the saying that, you know, the empires, they don't last forever. And these arrogant assholes, they got to get what they deserve. Anyway, so this guy really wasn't doing much. I mean, just set a bunch of back rows, but I poked him to death. So next game, open up with a Breaker. And this guy played a bunch of 6 Samurai, well no, 2 back rows and 6 Samurai Iru. So Heavy Storm is going to be perfect here. And looks like dealing with one of these stupid people that set a bunch of back row without Solemn Judgment or some kind of protection. Even Magic Drain. I mean, if you're going to set Magic Drain with another card, if you heavy storm, I mean, it's still a 2 for 2 if your opponent decides to discard a spell. So you might as well do something like that. But this guy, he just gave me the +1. Now he summoned Grandmaster. Okay, got a little bit of damage in with that other 6M. But decided not to attack the spy. Whatever, I mean, gonna get my summon anyway. So Ouroboros, make you lose a card in hand. Summon Tour Guide. I can basically go into Acid Golem or Leviathan. I'm feeling confident, so I'm just gonna do Acid Golem, get this match over with. Destroy this dude, destroy the Grandmaster. He's just gonna be left with 1 card in hand. I got the Judgment down. You really can't do shit. Got the Warrior returning alive too. Now there's a card that I basically have to reuse BLS, but maybe it was actually a bad decision to put it in. You can get Photon Thrasher too. You can get, well, just these cards. But I mainly decided to put it in for BLS. But I guess it's technically an inconsistent card. Our deck isn't fast enough, so you can make use of it, perhaps. Anyway. So that's game number, I don't know, 4 or 5, whatever. So open up with Thunder King Ryo. Got some really good shit in hand this time. Thunder King Ryo, BLS, Tour Guide, Veiler. Only got 1 Thunder King Ryo. If I had more, I'd run more. And this guy is using heroes. He immediately summoned both of these guys down to use Miracle Fusion, but that's a pretty big minus, my friend. Just to go into absolute 0. You should have just crashed Neo Alias against the Thunder King Ryo. But he just went for a really aggressive play, just so he can use, I guess, the E-Call to get Stratos. I'm going to do Dark Hole. I'm pretty lucky in this situation. I can deal with the absolute 0s without losing any monsters. And then go for Photon Thrasher. Decided not to summon Tour Guide just yet. I gotta remember, if you have other monsters down, Photon Thrasher can attack. So since I know you're gonna do the Stratos, you know, Photon Thrasher made sense. So get some damage in. Stratos is negated. He actually crashed into me. So I'm thinking this guy is doing suicide to lose, but no, he did this so he can play a hero signal. But again, man, why are you being so aggressive? Goes for Miracle Fusion. But you did this to get absolute 0 down, but then I keep my guy there. So I'm just gonna attack dude, and I'll leave the Tour Guide in hand so that you kill the dude and then maybe summon the Tour Guide, go into Acid Golem. I'll kill the absolute 0. He's gonna kill me, but I only lose 1 monster at least. But we top deck the Smashing Ground. So essentially I'm gonna get the value again. Absolute 0 goes down, no monsters destroyed. And with Tour Guide and BLS, I can basically go for game here. So, gonna go into Leviathan, discard a material, I'll get a Darkness monster in the grave, and I can do BLS. I could have done Monster Reborn too. So yeah, completely overwhelmed this guy. He was being way too reckless. I just lost too many cards. Didn't even hit me for a lot of life in the first place anyway, with the shit he did. Okay, and last game, I think this is the 6th game. And I open with triple MST, the hell. So Photon Thrasher, I'll set 1 MST. See what this guy's gonna do, another gadget deck, okay. If you don't do the tin play, tin goldfish, I'm okay. So MST all these back rows. I guess I'm kind of lucky in a sense, since he had all these back rows, MST's gonna put in work. So, got some good stuff, Deep Prison, Bottomless, and Call of the Haunted. Looks like the last back row isn't a battle phase card. So, deal with the gadget and set the spy. You know, the gadgets are pretty good, but on their own, even though they give you a card, if they can't run over your opponent's monster or go into like a rank 4 play, they're not really gonna do much. They give you a card, but then you sort of lose a card when they can't do shit. So I'm a bit surprised he attacked the spy, I guess feeling kind of desperate. I'm gonna go into Ouroboros again. And he's got the judgment, but he's gonna lose a lot of life points, so okay, good job. It's fine. I sort of saw it coming in a way because I got the Thrasher again, so I will remove the gadget. Okay. So this guy's really low on life. Hasn't touched mine. Gonna go for the Call of the Haunted, get the yellow gadget. So gonna fill up his hand really quickly again. And the moment he goes into Gigant, I'm gonna book that guy. Book a moon, your ass. If only we could book of moon Netanyahu so he wouldn't be doing crazy shit anymore. Fucking hell, man. So much more I want to say, but I don't know. I mean, I made the decision a while ago that I'm gonna keep my channel, TCG based. I'm not gonna get into politics and shit, even though I got a lot to say. Okay, and this guy's doing some serious shit. He's got the ultimate offering, so he can just turn the game around in a heartbeat. Man, it's crazy that this card, it's around, but I guess it'd be 2012. I mean, I think this was the last format it was around, and then it got banned. But yeah, with a gadget deck and with anything that can just give you normal summon, they give you pluses. It's just incredible plus. It's like maybe even stronger than Dimension Fusion. So he managed to do a lot, but not quite go for game. And because he has such low life points now, because of me and because of Ultimate Offering, all I gotta do is just go into Tour Guide, go into Asset Golem, attach the gadget, and I win. So yeah, beating him the whole game, and then because of Ultimate Offering, I almost got my ass kicked. But that's the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the matches. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What a